Hello, beautiful people. Today, I want to talk about the power of feeling safe and how I came to this understanding through Dr. Joe Dispenza's work. So, I've been deep in the work of his for many years now, and I think it's really an important distinction to clarify, like not just being aware of his work, but to actually be applying it, right? From reading the books to just really step by step and like listening, doing the guided meditations, like doing the work, like really applying it, not just it being a philosophical concept, something you understand consciously, but applying it and really doing it passionately, right? So, feeling safe, this concept, what I've felt in a lot of these meditations, now the start and the basis of a lot of these meditations is you first connect to the quantum, right? It's typically sensing space, sometimes within your body and a lot of times outside of your body. But sensing space, it's a simple way to slow your brainwaves down. It's the most simple, it's the most effective way to slow your brainwaves down. And of course, we know we slow our brainwaves down, we become more susceptible to information, and it's a whole thing. But the secret that I've learned, it's not really a secret, but what I've learned that's been super helpful is just that simple practice of sensing space and feeling truly safe within yourself, within the moment. He calls it the generous present moment. When you're truly present, when you're not thinking about all of these things, and they don't even have to be bad things. That's something that it's easy to think like, oh, but like I'm not like thinking of like terrible, crazy things. Sometimes we are, but sometimes it's just like, oh, like, I feel pretty comfortable. I feel pretty good. But if we can't shut off that thinking mind, right, that's always looking for a problem, that's always looking for a solution, that's always, I got these emails to do, I got this, car insurance thing, I got this, like all of these things that just take up our mind in a modern world can be so distracting, and it can just feel like there's this thing that's not quite right, like oh, I'll feel good once I get this thing done, I'll feel whole once I get that relationship, I'll feel safe once I get that new home, I'll feel present once I am with my kids, or whatever it is, right? It's like being able to let go and surrender into the moment is a superpower. And when you do that, you unravel that survival state, right? Those stress hormones that are produced in survival. That again, in the modern age, it's usually not a tiger. It's your coworker. It's your ex. It's the emails you've got to send. It's your emotional responses. It's traffic. It's all these things that if you can get good at the skill of just existing in the presence of the moment, right? The infinity that exists within the moment, and you can be vulnerable enough to sit with yourself and love yourself enough to do that work and unravel, right, what's going on in the background, what we a lot of times are trying to distract ourselves from by either thinking about the same old things, the same emotional reactions, or just by, doing what we do, which is turn on Netflix or have a drink or have a smoke or whatever it is that we can do to just to change our state, right? We can learn to change our state within, but just the simple practice of, without thinking about this emotion or these energy centers, like if you just sense into nothingness and you keep becoming aware of the moment without any judgment of it, it's magic. And when you feel safe, you're undoing anxiety, you're undoing ADHD, you're undoing all of these things that just come from a disease of the mind, just a disease of always they're always needing to be something, right? Something that I have my attention on, something that I have an attachment to. And this isn't new stuff. Like, yogis have been saying this for thousands of years, right? I'm not saying that this is some new thing that I've come up with, or even that Joe Dispenza's come up with, but it's just an applicable, simple way of getting present, and it's sensing into an infinite field, an infinite blackness, and just keep feeling beyond. And when those thoughts come up, which they will, don't hate them, don't judge them, just, okay, I see you, I'm going back to this place. Okay, I have these things to do, I'll take care of it. Like, this is my time, right? And if we can't feel safe and present and vulnerable and whole and at peace, right, and within our own home, right, literally our own home, and figuratively, like our own home, like our internal, right, our mind, our body, our awareness, if we can't feel safe and comfortable and vulnerable, then are we really free? Like, you could have all this abundance, you could have all the abundance in the world, you could have all the companies, all of the resume, the reputation, right? Everyone could love you, but if you can't be present or at peace with yourself or feel whole or fulfilled, then it means nothing. So finding that peace, finding that safety, when you feel safe, you feel vulnerable, you start to open your heart, right? That energy, and we know when the energy goes in the heart, it goes straight into the brain. So moving out of survival and stepping into safety, which is ultimately going to lead to creation. That's the path. And I believe in you. You're worthy of it. You can do it. Stay safe. You get that. Stay safe, stay whole, stay vulnerable with yourself, and love yourself enough to do the work. I believe in you. If you like the content, subscribe. I do philosophical, spiritual discussions as well as music and entertainment. So if you like any of those things, or if you just like the shirt I'm wearing, click the like button. And I'll see you next time. Peace.